Lads and ladies of all ages, welcome to Pure Wrestling Talk. I am your host, the SMB, and tonight I have with me two of the most loyal members of IWWEC, aka Indian WWE community, or you can say Indian Pro Wrestling community. Also, the hosts of Wrestling Maniacs talk show, Gaurang Mehra and
And
Abhishek Aneja.
Mark, of course.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
So, tonight we are going to discuss about how the different eras have affected the world of professional wrestling. So, Gaurang Mehra, I guess you have Gaurang Mehra, and both of you have witnessed Attitude Era in on TV, I guess.
hmm
So, according to you, what's the current difference between the women's division of Attitude Era and the current era?
The women division.
Mm.
So, Gaurang, tell me, what do you think? What is the difference between these two eras, the women's division?
Okay, see the women's division. I think what the women division is right now is eventually doing great. There is no issues with the women division, and in the Attitude Era, women's division used to be a good. Rather than pure wrestling, women's division was also about glamour. But right now, women division is about pure professional wrestling, right? So
Yeah.
I don't find the women division, being, as some say that at the Attitude Era the women's division was better. At this era, the women's division is better. I would say at the Attitude Era, it was a demand that the women division should be portrayed in a way that they were. And currently, I think the only thing, which has never disappointed me since there was a women revolution, the so-called women revolution, there was never a women revolution until Nikki lost the title to Charlotte, right? I think it has done great. And I don't find comparing these two eras anywhere significant when it comes to women's division.
Okay. What do you think, Abhishek Aneja?
I think that in the Attitude Era, the thing that why the women's division was so based on wearing scampy clothes and being sexy and a little bit of wrestling too in the later years with the likes of Lita, Trish Stratus, Sable, and many other Mickey James and other. The thing was that WWE was getting their ass kicked by WCW in the term of the ratings, so they had to adopt to an attitude, quote unquote. So they had to do something to grab the eyeballs. So they had to go by the balls, so to speak. So they had these divas, so to speak, so as to grab the eyeballs and to do something that people were engaged and people were getting into the product. So that was the thing. And now, what we have right now after Charlotte winning the women's championship, now we have rebranding of the women's division. Now it is changing for the better, in my opinion. Yes, the other women except Charlotte and Natalia are not in a particular storyline, but yes, with the time turning and with the clock ticking, we will definitely have other storylines as well, with the likes of Dana Brooke now has debuted today, in my opinion, yes, with Emma, and now we have Becky Lynch. Now we also have Sasha Banks, who is sitting there. She is one of the best in the division, and now she needs something to as to be relevant. So I think that with the passage of time we will have something, and now the women's division is the thing to be, just like TNA knockouts, just like the thing they had, that was wrestling. They put the knockouts in various type of stipulations, various kind of matches, and they put on an excellent show. And now it is the time for the WWE women to showcase the same. That is what the difference is now. Wrestling, as far as wrestling goes, in the Attitude Era, it was not as much as now it is today, with the influence of Sarah Del Rey, with Asuka and the other divas. So I think it is for the better, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true because in basically I haven't seen Attitude Era in person. I have watched recorded videos and all, and what I think actually women were treated as sex toys in that era. There was no wrestling according to me
Absolutely,
until
absolutely.
the ruthless aggression era,
Hmm.
when basically Sable, then Stacy Cabler, Lita, they all came into came into existence, in proper
No,
existed.
yeah, no, see, it eventually continued till the ruthless aggression era, and it was still continuing, in this era also, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the reality era or the goon era, as I said, right? It was still continuing. If it wouldn't have been a Charlotte or a Banks or a Becky Lynch, you know,
True.
the same amount of stuff minus the sex thing, the so-called sex toys thing would have continued. We wouldn't have seen such great in-ring action with the likes of Sasha Banks, Bailey for that matter, and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, that's true. And in those days, I mean, in the 90s, they didn't have this internet to watch Shimmer and ROH and this, Japanese women's wrestling shows. So it wasn't that much prominent in that era. So it
Yes,
didn't
Yeah,
definitely.
it didn't affect that
right, right,
much,
right.
even though they have these Japanese, legends from that era and all. But it wasn't that prominent in that during that era. Go, go on. What would have happened if WWE would not have introduced the women's title before WrestleMania? I mean, during the WrestleMania event, what would have happened to the Divas division, which is now women's division, if the women's title wasn't introduced?
I didn't really see a difference in if you call it the Divas title or you call it a women's title. Although I do feel like the butterfly title should have never been there. I feel like the women's title looks more, more what do you call it, more significant of the amount of professional wrestling that there is in the ring right now. So according to me, I don't give a fuck if it's a Divas title or it's a women's title. As long as you are serving me great wrestling in the ring, you're giving me great matches, I'm fine with it. Call it the divas, call it the women, call it anything. Anything that you want. Just give me good professional wrestling. Just saying that it is a women's division and not doing your bit would have not justified. And if you have such a title as a women's title, which is now being justified by Charlotte, I think you are good to go. But if you ask me, if the Diva style, I was fine with it. Women's style, I'm still fine with it.
Yeah, that's true. And what about you, Abhishek? What do you say about
Hmm.
this?
So I think that with the change in the title, yes, it brings in legitimacy for the division, and it was required that it is changed to the women's division. Now there were divas that were quote unquote, they were told like to wrestle or to fight as divas, like pulling the hair and stuff like that, which was necessary for the audience, that yes, it's pee break time, let's go, let's have a pee, or let's take a 5-minute nap or something like that. So now you have the division, you have the wrestlers to give matches for 15 minutes, for 10 minutes. So with the time, yes, you have to change. Yes, you have a title which now looks like a title, not a toy. The butterfly title was not to be, and yes, to give them the moniker, yes, now they are superstars. They are women, so giving them the same pedestal as the other superstars, it is a good way. It is a good way, in my opinion.
That's true. Even the addition of Sarah Del Rey, Asuka, and many more to the NXT division, have increased the excitement for the WWE fans towards the
Hmm.
women's division right now, because WWE is focusing on bringing stars from all over the world. And yeah, if you're bringing Asuka, has influenced many fans in the Japanese section. I mean, in Japan and even in Asia, these indie fans who would love to watch Asuka fight. Even I like to watch Asuka fight, and I would love to see Asuka face Sarah Del Rey, because they both are stiff and they both can work out
Hmm.
an excellent match. You
Yes,
know,
they definitely can. And they also did maybe one or two matches in ROH, if I am not wrong. But
no, I
now
no, it was
Sarah
in
Del
Shimmer, in
taken
Shimmer.
the coaching job at NXT Performance Center. So I do not believe that they might square off in a WWE ring. But yes, if if the stars are aligned and if they do so, it will be a dream come true, and it will be a treat for the fans worldwide to see them on the WWE network at 9.99.
Yeah.
But Sarah Del Rey has retired, bro. In 2012, she retired as
Yes,
from in-ring action. So
yes,
I don't find that happening anywhere.
You
yes,
know,
same here. Now she is the coach at the
Right.
WWE Performance Center, so I do not believe. Yes, you are absolutely right. But yes, maybe, maybe not.
anything can happen in
We don't.
WWE. You have seen in TNA All Snow beating who's that Indian guy? I forgot. Mahavali Shera.
Mahabali
So
Shera.
that
Yeah, he is in a storyline with
yeah.
Mahabali Shera.
So anything can happen in the world of professional
Mm.
wrestling.
With the new star, yes, definitely we can have.
Just like if a 56-year-old guy like Sting can wrestle a match with Seth Rollins, or even Ric Flair can take a knockout punch from Big Show. I mean, anything can happen in the world of professional wrestling. But the point
Yep.
is, what I am saying, that the main roster is just like it's overflowing with the male wrestlers. It is also overflowing with the women wrestlers. They are not being utilized properly, except a few, like Sasha Banks. I
Yes.
guess. When was the last time did you see her wrestle a match on live TV? It's been a long time, if you say. So
Yes, it's been a
I
long.
do think that they need to introduce more titles into the women's division to take it, to push
Maps.
it ahead. What do you say, Gaurang and Abhishek?
Well, that can. Well, yeah. Let me go first. Well, I think that is going to be a good idea if you introduce a tag team title in the women's division. Maybe some women can fight because you have the roster right now, which eventually are money. They are money for you. People, no, women like Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Emma, many more, even Summer Rae for that matter. Her in-ring skills are really, really good. I didn't know about her much without, before I saw her wrestle in the ring. But after I saw her wrestle, I really felt like Summer Rae is a good wrestler.
Yeah, she was good
So
during the
when you
NXT
have
run.
absolutely, absolutely, she was good. And if you have such kind of women wrestler, you can have a tag team title maybe for the women's division specifically.
Yeah, just
And
like now they have Emma
as we're
and Dana
saying,
Brooke.
hmm?
Continue,
Norman
continue,
Brooks.
continue. Go on, you can continue.
Yeah. See, and talking about Sasha Banks, I think they are kind of keeping Sasha Banks protected till SummerSlam or till Extreme Rules. After Extreme Rules, I think Natalia won't be winning the title at all. So Charlotte will retain, and then she will get in a feud with Sasha Banks, because Sasha Banks is one of the most over women in that roster right now, and her big time is on the cards. It will come, and it will come near soon. But yeah, but I do find that Sasha Banks could have been in a small feud with Summer Rae, and Becky Lynch could have been in a small feud with Emma, fighting some more matches, which would have been more appreciable.
Yeah, that's true. And talking about the tag team division, I mean, introduction of tag team division would be a fab for the division. Like we have Emma and Dana Brooke, a perfect tag team, if you say.
Absolutely.
And then you can
Yep.
even align Becky Lynch with Sasha Banks, as we have already seen. There are some things that could really
Absolutely.
work out.
Absolutely, they can work out. And but one more thing I would like to say over, I think WWE really did one great thing after WrestleMania, that they separated the total divas from the divas who actually fight in the ring.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a that was a really good idea, really good idea, because I eventually was bored and pissed off by seeing the total diva shit going on in the ring. Even if they were there for 10 minutes, I was eventually pissed off, and many were pissed off like me, just like me.
They should stop Total Divas and instead they should do some show. Some women's wrestling show like Shimmer and all. They could have 3 to 4 divas matches instead of putting Total Divas on WWE Network or on pop culture, e-pop culture. Anyways, I guess you know about Tough Enough,
Absolutely, me not tough enough.
and Sarah Lee has won
Yep, yes,
alongside
she has.
Josh something his name. There's something I guess many people don't are not aware of. During the Tough Enough audition, there were few women's wrestlers from other promotions were present, such as Scarlett Bordeaux, that she's from ROH. I guess you are aware of her, about her. Even though, but WWE, trainees didn't select her for the next round, and she was eliminated. I don't remember how she was in top 20 or what, but she was there. So WWE, there are some rumors going on that WWE has signed Athena,
Hmm.
but
Yes.
nobody knows where she is. If she has signed with WWE, she has not
Yes.
showed up yet.
Signed with NXT, and she has been performing in NXT live events by the name of Adrian Reese.
Certainly, I was not aware of that. Thanks for the info, though. But as of now, if you're
Anytime.
talking about the eras, I should say that WWE should do something about create more storylines regarding the women's division right as of right now, because there are too many women who have no storylines as of
Definitely.
the last Raw.
Yep.
And
Yes, definitely. Now you have Emma. Now you have Dana Brooke.
Damn.
Now, and you also have Becky Lynch. Yes, you can pair her up with Banks. You can have Team Bay versus these two, Dana and Emma. You can create storylines. The thing is, yes, creative needs to give a fuck about others. That is the thing.
yeah,
You have a women's championship match, but that's not enough. You should give importance to other ladies as well who are in the division and who are ready to quote unquote wrestle or fight.
Yeah, just for an
Ladies, you
example,
have Ray,
Paige.
you have uh, Alicia Fox, you have Becky Lynch, you have Emma, you have Dana Brooke, you have Sasha Banks. You have these ladies who can wrestle. You also have Naomi, you also have Tamina. You have around 8 women or 9 who are willing to wrestle and who will wrestle. So you should come up with some plan, or maybe as SMB you said that give them a little bit a new show, a half an hour show, maybe on the network like Shimmer Women or something like that.
Yeah, that would be
Let's see.
nice.
That will be a great thing, but I don't see it happening maybe. But they should give a fuck about them, because
That's true.
there if they are given the needed TV time, they will shine. They will
Yeah,
shine definitely, and the women's division will have the proper spotlight, and fans will care about them.
yeah, that's true.
And the people keep questioning their position, like Sasha Banks is too good to be sitting on the shelf. Definitely,
Yeah,
she
like
needs to
Paige.
be on, needs to be in a storyline. So I think yes, creative should give them the time. If you don't have the time on Raw, give them a SmackDown.
Yeah,
Keep title match, the hype on Raw, and the other ladies give them time on SmackDown.
hmm.
That would not be difficult in my opinion.
Yeah, because SmackDown isn't, it's all about the recap from Raw. Instead of showing the recap,
Definitely.
they should actually do some women's matches in that.
Hmm.
So that's what I am talking about, women's division. Now let's talk about Roman Reigns. You know, there has been a very good talk about Roman Reigns after he defeated AJ Styles at Payback. People saying AJ Styles and the club,
Hmm.
nailed nearly 5 finishes on him, including tag team finishes, and Roman
Hmm.
Reigns still kicked out and got the win with a single spear. So, first I will go to Gaurang Mehra. What's your take in this?
I think Roman Reigns is a similar of Superman who has landed on Earth from I don't know which planet, Krypton maybe, and I really feel disgusted to see that guy, eventually forcing us to see Carl, Luke as powers. These guys were something which were a dominant force and which were introduced as a dominant force, and everyone out there thought that these guys are going to make it big. These guys are from New Japan, they were in the fucking Bullet Club, what the heaven's sake, which was the fucking thing of ROH, of NJPW, and now where are they? Firstly, they have been given a name which I don't know which creative guy has thought of the club. I don't
They
know which
have
club,
given a
which
name.
fucking club are they talking
They have
about.
actually given a name.
And
It's
then
AJ
and
Styles
now after
buddies
that you find this
from.
guy Roman Reigns spearing each and everyone in that ring. I mean, why do you even have Roman Reigns teaming up with the Usos if you have Roman Reigns, if ultimately Roman Reigns is going to manhandle each and every person in that ring? I don't hate Roman Reigns, but the matter of the fact is the way he has been booked is really, disgusting. There is no way, and that is no way to put over a guy. No way. I mean, a kid of 5-year-old can tell you that, and an old guy who is fucking 70-year-old waiting to die can tell you that.
Yeah, just like me. A guy who is 17 years old and willing to die. That's just like me. Anyways, you know, I hate this idea of, bringing Usos and shoving them up in a feud with AJ Styles buddies from New Japan. There's no, people are comparing Shield with the club. I don't know how they're comparing actually. Shield was a dominant force They didn't even care about, before triple power bombing Undertaker through a table. And this guy, I mean, the club, these guys, they can't even handle Roman Reigns, and forget about comparing them with the Shield. I don't know, they should.
Definitely, I want to say something that the backstage officials and also many of the you can say the wrestlers were of the opinion that yes, the creative and Vince McMahon are mishandling them. It is definitely, there were rumors last week that yes, they are being mishandled. They should have booked them as the Shield were booked, but now
Abhishek,
hmm,
you were saying something.
yes, that is. I was saying that the club, or you can say these three gentlemen, AJ, Carl, and Doc Gallows, should have been booked like the Shield were. They were a dominant force. They should have been booked also like a dominant force, so as to yes, the casual viewer then will care about them. That yes, they are huge and they are a destructive force, and yes, they pose a, you can say, a challenge to Roman Reigns and his title reign. But here the thing is that yes, Roman Reigns has backup with the Buzos, and now they are creating havoc and they are dominant rather than AJ Styles and the club. But now let's see what happens. I maybe expect that yes, the two teams are sitting on the gray area, the gray shade area, the tweener territory. Let's see what happens. And I personally expect that yes, AJ and the club should come out of this feud as being a dominant force, or rather than being over with the crowd, not being as the people say that they are good for nothing. They get speared off by Roman Reigns himself. He doesn't need the Buzos with them. He can take them on his own and stuff like that. That won't help AJ Styles or Carl or Doc any bit. AJ Styles is in the title picture because of one reason and one reason only, that is because of the merchandise sale. He has been pushed to the mountain to get the title win, and yes, he deserves it because yes, he has the wrestling skills, and yes, he has made his name around the world, and he is the best man to dethrone also Roman Reigns from the title, but it will not happen. It will not happen this early. Let's see
Actually,
what the creative has up its sleeve. Let's see.
actually, he has been shoved up to the top of the mountain just to put over Roman Reigns. That's the point, because Roman Reigns is being booed out of the arena since WrestleMania. I mean, since Royal Rumble, or maybe before that. So that's why Vince McMahon and the creatives are pushing someone who is far more over than anyone on the roster to face Roman Reigns and get beaten up by him. And they're backing up Usos because without Usos, Roman still be booed out of the arena. Today morning, it's in 19 USA, in morning here in India. So during the not main event, I guess it was one of the matches, the elimination match. At the end, when Styles and Roman Reigns faced off, people cheered for both Styles and Roman Reigns. So the fact is that if it wasn't for the Usos backing him up, and if it wasn't AJ Styles as his opponent, then the cheers won't be loud as it was today.
Before this Roman Reigns and Usos alliance Usos were also as irrelevant as anything. And Quran can tell you maybe something. He can put it up in better words. Please, Quran.
Gaurang, speak
How
up.
were the Usos?
Gaurang. Gaurang. Hello. Abhishek, are you still there?
Yes.
Where is Gaurang?
I don't know. Those were irrelevant before even this, before their alliance with Roman Reigns, as of this feud with AJ Styles and the club. So I was saying that Gaurang Mehra can, Chi Maniac 92 can put it better. That how irrelevant were the Usos? Please, Chi Maniac 92, give them everything, buddy.
No, see, I need to be really careful with my words right now because I know many people are going to garner to, just screw me there in the comment section. Many are going to do that. But see, being saying it in a very sophisticated way, I would say the Usos, they tag teaming up with Roman Reigns doesn't help at all. It doesn't help. It doesn't bring in the limelight. It doesn't bring in the spark that you look for in a tag team. It's just another experiment which is going to fall flat on their faces. Right.
Yeah.
Is why? Because most of the action in the matches is controlled by Roman Reigns and AJ Styles, or the Usos. You can say beating up these the club, the Carl Anderson and AJ Styles or Dog Gallows. When I on SmackDown, I wanted to see offense from the Japanese lads. I wanted to see that what different kind of moves and offense they have. But then I saw the whole match. I saw the 6-man tag being booked, and I saw nothing, absolutely nothing. Just one or two. I saw a spine buster. I can remember a spine buster. I can remember a boot to the face of one of the Usos by Dog Gallows to the outside, and except of that, nothing. I want
They're more like yeah, right, absolutely. They are more like the Spirit Squads right now, Carl and Luke.
That is sad.
That is the level of sadness. That is the extreme point of sadness that you can go through. Each and every time down that road, in that black hole, Roman Reigns is there with the shovel in his hand. Earlier it used to be John Cena. Now it has turned into Roman Reigns. He is there, and you just can't win over that guy. That guy, even if he loses, is not going to be clean. Is going to be through disqualification, like we saw today, or even if he wins, it's going to be a clean victory maybe, but a lose won't be happening clean when it is concerned with Roman Reigns. I mean, Roman Reigns burying or making people feel like Carl and Dog are fucking jobbers. This is the height, and the height of sadness and the height of disappointment one can witness in professional wrestling. Really, really sad.
Yeah, they are fucking jobbers as of now. WWE is not investing a shit on them. They are just using them, and even AJ Styles to put over Roman Reigns. And the Usos, they are of no use actually. Even though they are backing up Roman Reigns, they are of no use. They are just behind Roman Reigns to support him, and nothing else. So that this family versus this jobbers for life, storyline can move on. And talking about comparing John Cena and Roman Reigns, the difference is John Cena was charismatic. He lost clean to many superstars like Batista, Edge, even The Undertaker during Ruthless Aggression era, even to Triple H, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan. He has lost clean, and he has the ring skills and mic skills to be a WWE champion. But Roman Reigns, I have no words to describe him. Maybe I can describe him by a word called. I can spell it out for you. SAWFT. Soft.
Eventually, yes, because John Cena had an aura of his own. The only one thing that was, what do you call it, burying the John Cena gimmick was the same stale character that he used to play. That was the only reason that that guy wasn't, by the audience. He wasn't bought by the audience because of that matter, because of that stale character. And his in-ring skills were not as good as we would have of Daniel Bryan. It was not that good, but they were eventually manageable. You
It
can
was
move with
better,
the flow with his
better than
in-ring
Roman
skills.
Reigns, if you
And
can
his
say.
mics,
It was better than Roman Reigns, if you compare.
it was it was much better than Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns really, as you people only said in your podcast, really needs to go to the performance center, spend I don't know, maybe a 6 month or even 12 months over there, and then he can come back as a better man, and maybe he can eventually do wonders then. But he in the main card, he in the main event, he in the main title picture. I don't know. I don't know where the fuck does
Oh
this
yeah,
ideology
they
comes
should.
from. He should be in the mid card somewhere right now.
Yeah, they should send him to performance center. Have him, a storyline injury. Send him for 1 year or more than 1 year. Bring him back. Show him down in the mid card division. Have him win United States Championship and something. Then show him in the tag team division. Then eventually throwing him in the main event. Nobody would mind then, because eventually
Absolutely
the
not.
skills will be developed. And
Absolutely, absolutely.
moreover, he needs to attend acting classes. That's what he needs first.
There are acting classes in the performance center, the promo classes. He should have attended that.
No.
But now the
Hold
thing
on, hold on,
is,
hold on.
I want
Hold on, Abhishek.
people
If they
that
send him to the
Cesaro
promo,
is
if
not.
if they
Uh,
send him to the promo
Sorry.
classes, if they send him to the promo classes, whoever is the whoever is the trainer, that trainer would forget how to cut a promo. So it's better to send him to a acting class than eventually give him some private training regarding you know promo cutting and all. Or the other, if they send him to to the performance center and send him to the promo classes, eventually the trainer will forget how to cut a promo, and the other superstars, I mean the other signees, I mean
Mhm.
the people in the development division, they will forget how to cut a promo, even though if they have microphone skills.
Now the thing is that they needed someone, so that is why he is there. He is in that position. With the Shield, they sent him because he is the pretty boy. They wanted their guy, a guy that they can see on the face of every poster or on their production truck or something like that. They needed that. And as per also the you can say that documentary of the destruction of the shield. It was also said that yes, Bill DeMott, the coach, said that Roman Reigns was green as fuck and he needed to learn. So Rollins, Ambrose were great in their thing, that yes, in-ring skills and mic skills they are up to par, and Roman Reigns was there with them so as to learn. But the thing is that he doesn't have a character of his own after the Shield. He is wearing the same things. He has the same look. He even has the same entrance music, for that matter. But now the thing is that he should have spent more time in NXT. He should have spent more time in Performance Center before he was sent here. Punk's recommendation was Chris Hero, Cassius Ono for that Shield, but they sent in Roman Reigns because they needed someone. But now we are seeing the guy pushed to the mountain, and some people want to push him off the mountain into the ditch or the fucking maybe. But now the thing is that there now we have many people hearing this podcast. Some are also of the opinion that Cesaro is not fit enough to be a WWE champion. So I want to say to them that if Roman Reigns is deserving of being the WWE champion, having you can say mediocre mic skills
Hey,
and
not
mediocre
mediocre.
in-ring
Not
skills,
even mediocre
so
mic
how
skills.
will not Cesaro be a better fit to be a WWE champion when he has great wrestling skills and only you can say mediocre mic skills or maybe even less, just like Roman Reigns? So why can Cesaro not be champion and Roman Reigns can? The difference is only that he uses Pantene Pro V shampoo and he doesn't, in my opinion. That is
No, you hold on a second.
please. I want to be enlightened with your knowledge. Please.
Actually, Cesaro has better mic skills than Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns doesn't even have mediocre mic skills. You know, he doesn't even
No,
have mic skills,
that
if I say.
I'm a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy with his
He botched it,
on his shoulder.
He
Has
botched
that.
it.
It's same
uh,
fucking thing each and every week. It's same fucking thing, bro. Each and every week is the same fucking promo. It's the same fucking dialogues. I mean, for heaven's sake, give that guy a new script, man. For bloody heaven's sake.
That's why I said
No, if you
he's the new
then he will.
generation's Goldberg.
Yes, he doesn't need a script actually. He needs to do the job and go home. But the thing is that he has been shoved up very much that now it is hurting our necks. It is hurting our throat. He has been quote unquote deep throated. That some have quoted. It is G Maniac 92, but the thing is that now the people have had it enough. They do not want his DICK, and they have had it enough. Yes, the ladies might need it. Not the thing is that they love the guy. He looks awesome, and their test, estrogen goes up and down, and the kids like him because the company is putting him in front. Then the kids eat it up. You have been served something, the kids will eat it up. Just like when we were kids.
God,
Rock.
Abby, don't go to the rock. Don't go to the rock. Don't go
Okay,
to the
okay,
rock,
Rock.
Abby. The amount and the level of comments that you and me are making, I think this is going to be your first and the last podcast. SMB is going to ban us from our podcast and say, fuck you too. You can have your own fucking podcast. I am not going to invite you again.
I'm sorry, SMB, my bad.
That's not the point. That's okay. You know, even if people hate him right now, as the traditional way of putting someone over, if you say, send him, when he will lose the championship to someone, like, when Seth Rollins was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, people hated him. They wanted to get rid of him. I said in my previous podcast also, they wanted to get rid of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins lost, Roman Reigns won, and now they wanted to get rid of Roman Reigns and they want Seth Rollins to come back. So the same thing will happen to the next champion. Maybe next time people will say we want Roman Reigns back.
Gaurav would be having something to say. Please, Gaurav. Please,
No,
Jeff.
no, no, see, we live in a world where change
Wait a
is
second, wait a second, wait a
necessity and
second, wait a
change
second.
will come.
Wait a
So
second.
people might change.
Yeah,
You
wait
never
a second,
know.
wait.
You never know.
Wait a second. Wait a second. What are you saying, Gaura, about Roman Reigns getting
Yeah,
over?
see. Okay, I think Roman Reigns is not, eventually the guy that I hate. He can be a great guy. He has a build, undoubtedly. But the thing is that the way he has been booked is terrifyingly horrible, right? If Roman Reigns is going to be booked properly, if he is going to work on his mic skills, if he's going to work on his in-ring skills, and if he's going to work in the mid card rather than deep throating him to us, then I think Roman Reigns can be liked by most of us. I mean, in a Royal Rumble when there was Batista and Roman Reigns, in the end, people were eventually cheering for Roman Reigns. So that shows you Roman Reigns is not a guy who is, who lacks that shine. The thing is that he has been over flooded with things, and that is what is causing that guy. So you just can't deep throat people. It's the new age. It's not fucking 1980s where you can have a Hulk Hogan, overexposing, and the people are still going to buy. People are still going to buy it. Right now, it's the age of the internet, and people who say rubbish and talk trash about the IWC. I think IWC is one of the most important parts of this business. And if there's no IWC, this business can eventually be, not at that high stake that it is right now. Most probably, if there was no IWC, SMB, Abby, and G Maniac won't be doing this podcast right now. So Roman Reigns, if booked properly in the same manner, could eventually be a good guy, not the guy, a good guy and a good wrestler in the eyes of the IWC and of the whole fucking universe.
But he's being overbooked right now. Just like I said,
Overbooked, extremely overbooked.
yeah, that is why that's a big, you know, that is the point. That is the point why people are hating him on him. They don't understand that it's not his fault. It's the creative's fault. All right, and the best way to get him over is have him lose to someone. Then as the time will eventually eventually go,
He will
people
develop, he
will
will develop, and he will progress, and maybe in the next two
not
or 3 years, he can be
not
the
even
most
two
over
or
guy
three
in that
years.
fucking roster. Maybe.
Not even 2 or 3 years. Maybe in the next few months when he will lose and he will get some champion like AJ Styles or someone, and AJ Styles turns heel. People would like, no, we want Roman Reigns back, like they did with Seth Rollins. Even though the difference between Rollins and Roman Reigns is that Rollins has
It's
mic
huge.
skills and has ring skills and he also has charisma, but Roman Reigns doesn't have any of this. But still, I believe people will be supporting for Roman Reigns after after he loses his title and someone else becomes the champion. Even I believe Abby Maniac and Gorang Mehra, including myself and Arunav and other members who hate Roman Raja, will support him and will say, bring back Roman Reigns. We want Roman Reigns as the face and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
But I eventually think it's going to take a lot of time for Abby Maniac to love Roman Reigns because he truly hates Roman Reigns. That's what I know of him.
You are talking complete contrast of what I was. You are talking about yourself, man. No.
No, I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing.
The thing is that yes, we will definitely. I think that yes, Roman Reigns will get over with the crowd with the passage of time. And yes, in the next WWE live event in our country, you will see G Maniac and Abby Maniac with the signs that if Roman loses, we riot.
That's too, leave man, that's not to
Too
me. Anyways, the fact that the only thing that can save Roman Reigns right now is good booking. You know, you don't have,
Definitely.
you don't,
I agree
yeah,
with.
it doesn't matter if you don't have character, you don't have microphone skills or ring skills. The only thing that defines a wrestler in WWE is a perfect storyline, which I think Roman Reigns is not in as of right now, because the club and the Roman Empire and the family and what bullshit storyline is going on is purely one-sided. You know, if you want to book someone, against someone to put him over, they should, their opponent should look like, perfect for them, strong as fuck, and legitimate threat to their title. And right now, AJ Styles, neither the club are a threat to Roman Reigns or the Busos. What do you
They
think?
are just like a threat, like the League of Nations were. Maybe a little bit more, but not less.
Yeah, little bit more, so that little bit more over Roman Reigns can go. What do you say, Gaurang?
I think the thing is that if you are paying these guys, AJ Styles, Doc Gallows, and Kyle Anderson big money, and you are hiring them just for the sake of getting one guy over, you have the entire fucking roster. I'm sorry about that. The whole fucking roster only, the only prime thing was to get Roman Reigns over, and they failed miserably. Each and every experiment that they did with Roman Reigns has failed miserably. So why the fuck are you still pushing this guy? Keep that guy on the back shelf and have someone else take his place.
They won't, because Vince loves him and he is the guy that they want as the face, and they want him to main event WrestleMania for the next 3 years.
And he
And
will.
now AJ is also the merchandise king. So both of them will not be turned heel in the near future. They will have Finn Balor, in my opinion, in some kind of capacity as a heel.
Yeah, and
To
again
screw
Finn
both
Balor
of
will
them,
put him over.
screw AJ.
Yeah, and Finn Balor will put Roman Reigns over. That's what is going on as of right now. And if you talk about bad booking, if you
I'm
talk
scared to shit.
if you talk about bad booking and destroying legacy, like they're destroying the club's legacy as of right now, you can go back to WrestleMania 31 and see how Triple H defeated Sting, and Sting's career after coming to WWE went nowhere. There was no use.
Yeah,
He destroyed his own legacy for a little amount of money, I would say.
Now,
eventually he deserved better than a 2-0.
yes, definitely. And by seeing this trend with Sting and now with Styles, I think that Vince has a vendetta against the TNA guys. Maybe. That I'm going to bury the piece of shits you are. You work for the Nashville organization, I'm going to bury.
Yeah, that
And
national
same-
organization which is going down by a country
Yes, it is.
mile.
They have decent episodes, they have good episodes, in my opinion. I have seen their stuff.
But
I
they
watch
are
TNA
underrated.
each and every fucking week for my review. I do watch TNA each and every fucking week.
TNA is good, but yes,
No,
the
it's good. See, TNA is suffering from financial, crisis, and TNA is suffering from more of outside the ring actions than in ring action because they don't have the roster currently. And Dixie Carter has her pride in the way, of sharing the TNA financial resources with some other guy. That the talks were on, but they are now off. We have no news on that. So that is what is causing TNA right now. Dixie Carter really needs to swallow her pride and make TNA get some finance in there, even if it means giving more than 50% control of your company to someone else for the sake of the brand TNA that it was when there was AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. You need to do that. Really, you need to go out of your way and make TNA a better product.
Your words, made me wonder what will happen to Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, Bobby Roode, Eric Young when they come up, when they get the call to the main roster, because they are all from TNA, and I wonder what is going to happen to them.
Oh my god.
I wish there's going to be no Roman Reigns burying all these guys.
I believe
Definitely.
if Roman
Because
loses the title, no, let me first finish. If Roman loses the title, then Vince will try again putting him over. So he might use this Samoa Joe and others to, to make Roman look strong. Or in the words of Darren Young, Darren Young and Bob Backlund or something I guess. Yeah, his the new promo
Yes.
came right. So
Make Roman great. Make
according
Roman strong.
yeah, make Roman strong again. That
Oh, bro, is that for real that Bob Backlund is the life coach of Darren Young?
yeah, that's a storyline,
Yes.
not real.
For the
Just
gimmick.
because I think Bob Backlund. I mean, just look at that guy, man. I mean, come on, for heaven's sake. I love Bob Backlund. I respect him a lot, but that guy really is a life coach of himself. Why to put him in the storyline with Darren Young? That promo that was eventually happening today said it all, man. Get Darren Young off my TV right now.
Darren
Let's
Young
see
will
what
be
happens.
treated just like Tyler Breeze was treated, I believe. Even the repacking won't help him get over. He is over, but in front of WWE, he is, no offense, but he is gay, and I don't think Vince
But
will.
that doesn't matter. I mean, oh come on. If Vince is going to behold Darren Young for the fact that he is gay, I think Vince is the biggest asshole that you have ever witnessed. I don't think so. That matters anyways.
No, Vince
Or maybe
does has some.
it can be hypocrite also because there were reports like Vince had a man crush and he was a little bit of quote unquote gay on Shawn Michaels in their time.
So if
These are some facts on the internet. I don't give a fuck about them, but still.
Actually, man, there should be no discrimination on the basis of sex. I mean, if I would have been discriminative, Abhishek finding out after he's gay, I would have never teamed up with him.
Oh, fuck you, piece of shit. There should be no discrimination. There should be no discrimination on the basis
Right.
of color, sex, or if you want to have sex or not, or anything and everything. There should be no discrimination.
yeah, that's true because Darren Young has got real talent, if you say.
Yes, he has. But they need to, give them proper booking, proper TV time, proper storyline. You need all these things to
Yeah, that's
get
true.
them over with the crowd.
And
You
as,
need
That's with all the superstars right now.
yeah, and as far as
Yes,
Stardust Twitter account says, maybe Cody Rhodes is coming back.
Yeah.
That was like happening 2 weeks ago also, but does that make a difference? I don't think that makes a difference because Stardust is nowhere relevant. There is no storyline. There is no faction going on with him. So if it's Cody Rhodes, if it's Stardust, if it's the Dust, if it's the Dawn, the Lawn, whatever the fuck it doesn't matter unless you have some good faction for Cody Rhodes.
If what I think is taking Darren Young and Cody Rhodes in consideration for the United States title picture, maybe,
Maybe. That's a really
Maybe.
good suggestion. Maybe.
that would be a good storyline to get both of them over, as well as make the US Championship relevant once again. But it depends on the booking, perfectly on the booking,
Yes.
and the head writer of WWE is an Indian himself, Raj Kapoor or whatever
Really?
his name is.
I eventually had no idea about that. Really?
Yeah,
Yes, you should give an application for it, buddy. You should
Yeah,
give an
and I'm
application.
going to, and I'm going to write it. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to write it in pure Hindi.
No.
that's a problem. That's the thing. I mean, Indians have, most of the Indians, 80% of Indians, wrestling fans who watch WWE have crush on, you can say man crush on John Cena and Roman Reigns. Maybe that is the reason why Roman Reigns wins every time.
My God. Oh my God. Oh fuck.
You just gave Abhishek and fucking orgasm of his fucking life, dude. Look at that guy, man. Look at that guy. You killed my buddy, man. Right there. Right there, your dialogue just killed my buddy, man. Who the fuck I'm going to find out for our Wrestling Mass Radio podcast now, man? Come on, SMB. For heaven's sake, man. That guy has a family, man.
Oh my God! Please don't say it. Please, please put your.
This is eventually turning out to be the most humorous podcast you can ever listen to, guys. People listening to this are going to laugh out loud. I'm telling you right now.
No, 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 no.
That is opinion, yaar.
But
But does it matter?
that's a logic you should actually, that should be taken into consideration before judging Roman Reigns' character, because being an Indian, I should not say that, but
It's bad. I am questioning myself. What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
but 80% of WWE
You know-
fans in India have have man
A male
crush.
crush on John Cena and Roman Reigns.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, they're guys.
No,
I saw when we went for the WWE live event, we saw many people.
yeah, we took many interviews and most of them were there only to watch Roman Reigns.
Yes, there were one or two that were, one guy
fans.
who said he is a CM Punk fan. So
he was the best guy we met. He was from Kolkata. Actually, he was from Kolkata also, SMB.
Yeah, Kolkata is a place, where they appreciate real talent, even though there is a nation of Roman mania, Roman Raja in Kolkata too, in West Bengal too.
Okay, is that so?
he had that mind, Roman Reigns everywhere.
And the fact that
Yeah.
why did I say this thing about man crushes? Maybe because of this reason, Raj Kapoor or whatever his name is, the head writer of WWE, is making Roman look strong. And I mean, no offense to
Also-
any Indian guy
No,
or
no.
any Indian girl, but this is just opinion.
See, India has a huge population. We love so much each other that we have such a huge population, and it's a very good market for WWE.
Yeah, it's the
After,
best, it's in the top.
America, India is eventually the biggest market for professional wrestling, and what the people buy, WWE sell.
Yeah, that's true. And even though, I have heard from many guys, from many friends of mine living in other countries, that when the live events took place there were only merchandise of Roman Reigns or John Cena only, in some rare cases. So that is why we can say the merchandise sales of them were more than others.
But as of right now,
In India, maybe yes, because most of the
yes, as of right now, there was a list there of the top merchandise people, but
And-
there was no Roman Reigns in my opinion.
And yeah, Nakamura was at the top.
Yes, Nakamura was at the top.
But I still fear
Wow,
that
wow.
Vince McMahon is going to treat him like Yoshitatsu or Funaki or Takamichinoku.
Say that, yeah. Please don't say that. Now the things will change.
Come on, man.
To have
They need to change.
up, so I expect that the things will change. Things will change.
I want
Achhe
that
din
to change
aayenge.
because Nakamura is one of my favorite favorite professional wrestlers of all time. I have been watching him since 2008 or 7. I was not aware of this
Wow.
Japanese promotions in those days, but still, I was watching some one day, when I started using net for the first time, and I was a wrestling maniac since 2005 when I was like 7 years old. I even saw Chris Benoit wrestle. I know you have because you are elders even though. But the fact is that
Yeah.
Nakamura has worked very hard to come to this stage. And I think he should not be treated as Yoshitatsu, even though Yoshitatsu had, is really talented, or Takamichinoku or Funaki.
Definitely.
they should do something. They call this as a new era, so they should do something new. But please, not
Yes.
Roman Reigns, Superman punching Nakamura out of the ring or out of the WWE.
No, if that happens, I'm going to book a train to the Himalayas and go over there and become a monk and leave all my social life, all of Facebook, fucking Twitter, fucking podcast, everything, man. Everything that I do, I'm going to leave that. If that happens, my God, Jimmy and 92 would become a monk.
I'm watching professional wrestling since 11 years. For 11 years, and
Oh, that's
I
nice.
will leave. I will leave watching professional wrestling after I see Roman Reigns Superman punching Nakamura out of
No, he can super
WWE.
punch him, but he should not bury Nakamura at all, man.
Yeah, that's and even on 29 June, John Cena is going to face Nakamura in a live event at Hawaii. And alongside Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar is going to take place, and this might be a
Wow.
network special live event. I don't know
Wow,
what is
man.
going to happen.
That's fucking great.
But that's
Maybe it will get televised
That's
on
not
the
fucking
network,
great.
obviously.
Well, it should be on the network.
so we can watch at least.
Then after that, we can have G Maniac 92 ranting about Roman Reigns or John Cena, not
Why
putting
would
up.
But who
No, why would
knows?
I rant against them? Let's see what happens
No,
then.
no. But who
Yes,
knows?
yes, I'm just was being optimistic for us.
But who knows? John Cena might end Nakamura within 10 minutes, or it might be just a
Oh my fuck!
splash.
Oh god, SMB, you have crossed the line again, bro.
This is just an opinion by
Man.
seeing now, how
Oh
the
man,
Japanese
that's not
wrestlers
an
were
opinion.
treated.
No, you must add an adjective over there and call it the lethal opinion.
Yes.
It's not even lethal if you say, because how WWE has treated the Japanese wrestlers so far,
Yes.
that's pretty common. People won't get over, as Vince McMahon thinks that Nakamura is not over with the crowd because he can't speak English well, even though he can speak, but still Vince McMahon
He
won't
can.
realize. I think so.
But he has that charisma. He will not need to speak, in my opinion.
That's true because
His body language and his wrestling skills will speak for itself.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Chris Benoit was never an Eddie Guerrero, man. For heaven's sake, Chris Benoit was never a Raw, right? People like Chris Benoit, people like Cesaro, people like Nakamura, their in-ring action speaks enough to get them over with the crowd and entertain the fucking hell out of us.
yeah, that's true. Chris Benoit wasn't a mic worker, but he
No, not at
was
all.
a former world champion, and he was fucking great. I don't give a fuck about his personal life, but he was the
Yep.
I have seen he's the best technical wrestler I have ever seen till now.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, absolutely.
I don't give a fuck about
One
his
of the-
personal life.
That doesn't matter to us, man. Whatever he has done, there needs to be, without a fire, there are no flames, man. For heaven's sake, there were some conditions that Chris Benoit was suffering from in his personal life. There was something else involved. That guy was, getting out of his mind, and there are many other things involved that led to such a disastrous ending to his life. And
Yeah.
you just can't really just say bad things about that guy.
Yeah, we
Right.
can't, because we are professional wrestling guys. We should not give a shit about his personal life. You are not giving a fuck about John Cena, pairing up with a porn star, leaving his wife because of a porn star, but you are giving a fuck about Chris Benoit's personal life. No, it's not needed. It's not necessary when you are a professional wrestling
Monster.
fan.
Yeah, it's so hypocritical, man. It's so hypocritical.
I don't know, man. Why people are so discriminate, so biased regarding this situation.
No, no, more than the people is WWE itself who is so fucking discriminating, We had people like China.
Hmm.
WWE didn't give a fuck about China. The day she died, that was the day when they started. Oh, we had China. China was such a great woman. She was such a great wrestler. She was this. He was that. Stephanie McMahon comes out to tweet. Triple H comes out to tweet. Everyone comes out. Before her death, no one, and I mean no one from the WWE corporate thing that goes on was eventually caring about China, her condition, whatever she was going through in her personal life.
Even X-Pac is a porn star, but still he's
Yeah,
getting
yeah, he
treated
is. He
well.
was.
But no, you can't treat someone like Chris Benoit because he sucks. He had no wrestling skills. He was never a champion. He was never a better wrestler, right? That's how WWE thinks.
Sadly, yes.
And sadly, that is a that is why people hate WWE product nowadays, because WWE thinks what they do is right, and what we say, IWC and the fans, is wrong.
Hmm.
And nowadays, as I have said, IWC marks are getting really annoying as the days are going on, especially Seth Rollins fans.
Hmm. It is not the thing that is. There needs to be a second. The IWC is giving. It is a rather feedback mechanism that they are serving you. The children will eat it up. The women will eat it up. Now there is a certain section that IWC. Now they watch the product very closely. They give you feedback that yes, this sucks. Yes, this doesn't. So it is a rather good thing that makes your product better. You get the feedback, you make your product better. Like you saw after WrestleMania, the 2 weeks, you saw that, and then there were certain people who were saying like the ratings are down, but the overall quality of the product was up, and people were happy. The thing is now, if you are changing, you are changing for the better. The ratings will not come out of the blue. Oh my God, they are through the roof. No, it takes time. You have to be patient. You have to give quality shows week after week so as to get more attention from the audience, from the people who you have lost in the years, and you will get them back. When you have storylines, you book people properly, and yes, when people get quote unquote sports entertained, then you get everything. This is a feedback mechanism. IWC in many ways is a good thing. It is not every time it is a bad thing. It is a good thing in many of the cases. Sometimes, yes, it is a bad thing, but you know, everything has its advantages and disadvantages.
You know,
That's what I feel.
yeah, I know that. But people nowadays who are trading like, no, WWE is not, giving, they're not providing good shows. Even though the shows are good, they are the ones who are, whose favorite wrestlers are injured or are out of action. And they are the ones there who are degrading these shows as the weeks are
Hmm.
go passing by. Just and no, I'm not blaming anyone, but there is a certain section in IWC
Hmm.
called the IWC
Hmm.
marks, and in that we have this Seth Rollins fans nowadays. They think Seth Rollins is the best, he's the greatest of all time, and they're, you know, tweeting to WWE, tweeting to Vince McMahon, tweeting to every possible way that we want Seth Rollins back, we want this and that, Seth Rollins is the best, and this is one of the disadvantages of IWC. And this is why
Yes.
aliens don't visit our earth.
Mm. We have also seen John Cena fans also. Now they are John Cena is not on TV, so many a times we see on Facebook or maybe very on online that yes, the show isn't the same as it used to be. We want Cena
But you
and
won't have
many other
Cena.
things.
Cena
We
won't
are
stay.
also seeing bad things because John Cena is not on TV. It is also one of the very big causes.
Cena won't stay with WWE forever, nor will
Yes,
Vince
definitely.
McMahon, neither Triple H will stay. So we fans have to cooperate and change our mindsets as the time pass by. And Roman Reigns would have been a great superstar, a great wrestler, maybe the greatest of all time if this was the 80s.
Hmm, definitely.
But
Maybe
now,
when there was no such exposure, right?
yeah, there was no internet, if you say. Even though
Hmm,
internet was there
And
was no community.
hmm,
right, eventually, because I think Arunawa said it in your past podcast that
Yeah,
Roman Reigns, as compared to Hulk Hogan, who is a better wrestler. Maybe I think he said it or you said it. Someone said it, and I kinda, if don't agree with that, I kinda feel for that quote, whatever he said, because at that point of time, you doesn't need to, if you overexpose a guy, that guy was just exposed, just exposed. And in the current scenario, if you expose a guy a little bit far, that guy becomes overexposed because of the exposure he has with the development of the internet, with the development of TV and the satellites going on. That is what is hampering their growth.
hmm.
yeah, right.
3 hours.
You know, yeah, that was Arunava who said about, who compared, Ultimate
Yeah,
Warrior
yeah,
and Hulk Hogan with Roman Reigns. But at some
yep.
point, I felt, yeah, he's right in some way. But you can't say that, yeah, Roman is better than Hulk Hogan, because if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, then professional
Hmm.
wrestling would not be as relevant as it is today. Kudos to
Yeah,
him for
eventually,
making
yes, eventually.
professional wrestling what it is right now. Even though WWE has, cut off their connections with him, and that's pretty
Hmm.
sad.
Let
He
me tell
doesn't give a fuck about it. He doesn't give a fuck about it. The amount of money that guy got for one sex, this fucking guy alive on this planet is Hulk Hogan. And you can believe that, man. Seriously.
When you can bring
you know.
X-Pac winners, I mean, when you can bring X-Pac to WWE events, then why can't you bring Hulk Hogan? That's my question, because X-Pac did porns, you know, porn movies. He has done a porn movie called as One Night in China or
Sean Moldman
something.
has done four movies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
With China, he did a porn movie too. And what Hulk
Yeah, and
Hogan did?
Sunny also did a porn movie.
Yeah,
Sunny
but still
also
they
did a
are
porn,
Hall of
and she
Famers.
is a Hall of Fame.
And what you did with the guy who is responsible for the success of your company? You threw him out. That's how you treat your
That was
employees, right?
yes,
But I think
that was
that was. Hmm.
it got national exposure. The case, and now he is also when the all these now he has also filed a case against them because he lost the employment with WWE. Now he has filed a case again, Hulk Hogan, on Cocker Publications. Now, when these all these lawsuits and all of this is done, then eventually he will come back again. Definitely,
Oh,
definitely he
that
will.
guy, that guy can own a fucking TNA, the whole fucking TNA company now, man.
Yeah, he has got a lot of money from that case regarding that sex tape.
He got 115 million dollars. I don't know. I'm just checking it out. I think it was like $115 million in Gawker sex tape case. Fuck, man, make a sex tape of me and give me that money. Give me $50 million, man, for heaven's sake.
But the exposure you will receive, won't be international or of the national level.
I don't
So,
know. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, that being said, I'm benched right now.
anyways, so I do think that guys like Roman Reigns can go over if the right booking is done. All right, and the women's division can be made more relevant if right storylines and more time is being more time is invested on them. So
Yes, more deep.
thanks for being with me tonight, Gaurang and
Mhm.
Abhishek. I love to have you on
Thank you
the
so much.
show.
Thank.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so much,
thank you.
man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you like it. If you think we deserve a thumbs up, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. This is SMB signing out. Have a good day.